Bourbon and Boxing.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Bourbon and Boxing. Once again, it's our host
Big Spade.
and the chef, Jeff, baby, up in this motherfucker. We are back for a big weekend, of course. There's been a lot of talking. Now it's time for these two guys to start walking, baby. This Saturday, these two dudes are going at it. They are hyping this fight, even if the ticket sales aren't showing it. And I still ain't paying $80 for that
The
bullshit.
tickets show
I ain't gonna
the
lie.
tickets ain't showing.
Fuck nah, man. They said
What?
in the front row over 100 seats that they can count that ain't been sold. It is not
What?
selling. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. I really don't. Really don't, man. But this is episode 58 of Bourbon and Boxing, man. We're going to get into that and much more. Of course, I don't know if we could just jump right into this Devin Haney Garcia fight because it's so big in the way they're going at it and Garcia's actions. But I think, man, what you want to talk about that Big Baby Anderson Maria fight? It's not going to be much to talk about. We
It ain't
know
much to talk about because guess what I did?
you
Fell
fell
asleep
asleep.
after the
Yeah,
second
because
round.
bruh, I was pissed. I stayed up 12 o'clock, had to be up at 5 a.m. in the morning. Stayed
Yeah.
up for that fight, bro. The co-main event, the Ajagba fight
hmm
was way fucking better, man. That was a good ass fight. Those
Yeah.
guys went back and forth, fought, 10 rounds if I'm correct. Pretty good fight, I like that one. But the main card, I really think if I'm a promoter, you gotta start putting uh stipulations in these contracts for these guys coming in to fight. Like if you're coming in on the main card, like performance stipulations. If you go out there and you don't fucking perform, you get half that motherfucking pay, bro. Fuck that
I
bullshit.
can't say that, man, because if
Man,
you
I'm going there
some
because
some some,
that's how you get them to fight. This dude stepped in the ring for a payday after going out there saying, "I'm
I
gonna
give
bring
I give
something different to
yeah.
Jared Anderson." Right? He talked all that. Oh, Jared ain't never seen nothing like me. I'm bringing something different to him, and he threw the third less amount of punches in box count history, bro. And the
Yeah,
count since
he,
they've been counting punches, this dude threw the third less ever in the history. Like,
I
right?
wonder how much he got paid. How much you know?
I don't know. They should go back and get their money back. Like, he ain't come to fight. Like to me, and then I read an article
He
on
stole the
Boxing Center.
bag, huh?
Man, he just got his bag, and I mean
Sold it.
and it's hard to knock a guy like that out and
Yeah.
perform. Anderson did what the fuck he went at him. He threw a lot of punches on him, but when a dude doesn't want to interact, it's hard to fight the guy who doesn't want to interact with you. You know what I'm saying? And
Uh,
you know,
Do you remember? So, cause I fell asleep for real. When I seen it, like he threw that one, probably that one punch. I think it was the second round. I think he caught him with an overhand. But did it kind of remind you of when Boots was fighting that one dude and he was running that all the way on the ring? Did you see that fight?
I'd have to
He was
remember the
basically
guy's
in
name.
there. He was basically in there to survive. Oh,
Yeah,
did you
yeah,
see that
yeah.
one?
No, I've seen plenty of fights where the guys have done that. I mean, that's what we saw. Well, I mean, Ortiz did interact a little bit more, but that's
Yeah.
almost the same concept of what the fuck he did. He ran around, didn't want to get hit, wanted to survive the fight, didn't really want to interact with Lopez. When I see that type of shit, man, it's just like when you're a main event, man, and a performance clause. That's what the fuck I was thinking. A performance clause. If I'm a promoter, man, and you're a guy that like, you know, uh, uh, Marriott, whatever his last name is, and you know this guy's not a big name. Like, don't just
You
come to get a paycheck. I get everybody wants to get paid, but
yeah.
this is boxing. You have to throw punches.
You gotta
You
blame
have
promoters
you,
too.
you, yeah, because I mean, you didn't watch film, you didn't see what this guy had done. I didn't know anything about the guy, but I knew he was smaller than Jared. He wasn't on Jared's level. I knew that, and I knew this was almost a step back for Jared Anderson fighting this guy, in my opinion, because he should have went up after fighting Martin. He should have went up,
Yeah.
and he's kind of gone backwards on his opponents, and not in his style of fighting, but
I
his
don't think
level of
nobody want to
opponent.
fight him though.
I don't know, man. I feel like Top Rank. Now I know Ajabe and him have the same promoter, but you're both with Top Rank. I think that fight you got to try to make that happen somehow because
They,
that's the
they,
only big fight he can get in that
they
stable,
was
really.
talking about that. They was talking about that, but they was saying like later on, like, cause they was saying they was naming other people he could probably fight. But it's like, go ahead and get Andy Ruiz. If everybody want to
Yes, yes,
see
because he
something,
has no promoter. He has no
yeah.
affiliation, no promoter. That would be easy for Top
And
Rank
he,
to get him.
and he been out the ring for a little bit,
Way
so
too long. Way too
and
long.
after, and he a good test because he been a champion before. Even though it was like a whistle, but you know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
he
it
still
was a
beat a
Buster
top.
Douglas
He
moment. Yeah,
Yeah, he beat a top notch guy that
yep.
night. It was his night, so you know what I'm saying. And I don't think he a bad fighter. I liked him. I think yeah, when he was on PBC and he used to be fighting. I caught him on PBC when they used to show the fights on Channel 19 when they was with Fox. And I
Yeah,
liked him. I used to be like, yeah, I like this little fat chubby dude. He throw
yeah,
fast as hell. Like he
yep.
alright.
Good,
But
good
yeah,
hand speed on him. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He's
yeah,
a
yeah,
good boxer. Now,
yeah.
my problem with Ruiz is what's wrong with him that no promotion company will touch him. He's got the name. He's a former champion.
Probably sold himself out
I don't
on
know.
too much
Now,
money.
Wilder claims it was his dad outpricing everything. That his dad was asking for a ridiculous amount of money and was pretty much speaking for Andy. But at a point, you're a grown man. You got to speak for yourself when you've been this out of the ring this long. You got to take what the fuck they put in front of you
Yeah.
and say, look, obviously, I'm not going to get the big fight. So I got to show that I can at least get back to these big fights.
Mm-hmm.
Taking on a guy like Jared Anderson is perfect. Up
Mm.
and coming guy. He's going to test you. And that's a fit. To me, that's now, I favor Jared Anderson in it just because, you know, I don't know. How big is Ruiz? Is he about the same size? He's a little
No,
bit smaller than Anderson,
yeah,
right? I would think
Jared
yeah,
should
Jared's
be,
6'4".
yeah, he should be bigger than him,
Yeah,
taller wise.
man. I would definitely favor Jarrett, but I would like that fight, and that would be the best fight for Jarrett next, instead of them just putting another cab driver in there just trying to get a payday. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like
they
I
could have
don't
put me in there. Shit, I would have loved that little
yeah.
bit.
Fuck, I would have thrown some punches. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Fuck, knock me out. Give the fans something to watch. Fuck. You know what I mean? Get these dudes up cheering I just I don't get it, man. Like you're a main event. The main event, bruh. Like you're not the co-main. I mean, we didn't even get to watch Abdullah fucking Mason because
Yeah, I was sick.
I mean, come on, man. Like I'm salty I missed that fight. Like I
I,
didn't get to see that on the
I text you
prelims.
like, brother, he fight already because I when I
Bruh,
was
and I'm
on
like,
Instagram
nah.
and I
I'm
was on
like, no way. I'm like,
yeah.
nah, man, he's got to be on the main card. Fuck no, he wasn't. I was salty, like, bro,
Yeah, it's
what
time
the
to put
hell?
him because Keyshawn fighting on. He got way more fights. He got more fights than Keyshawn now. So it's like, why he ain't on the
Yeah,
main
I didn't get
card,
that.
but Keyshawn is like,
Yeah,
not taking nothing away from Keyshawn, but I'm just saying like he should be on the
yeah.
main card now. He got more fights. You know what I'm saying?
Not only on the main card, bro, I would be moving him up to a co-main event. I'd be finding somebody.
It's about
He's
that
what?
time. It's about that
It's
time.
definitely that time, bro.
Now it's that time. Yeah, it's about that.
Yeah, I mean, you see
Like
his talent level.
next fight, he should be on the co-main
Yeah,
event. Like it's that
if
time.
you're top rank, you cash in with this dude now
Mm,
because he's on that level. Why
right.
wait? Why baby that shit like they do? I can't stand that. Like, stop babying these guys for like
'Cause they
25 bucks a
don't be
fight, so
wanting
they
to
don't
come
fight
out of
nobody.
pocket. They don't want to pay that money.
Exactly. That's why I say that's why I think the Ruiz fight wouldn't happen because he's gonna want 3 million to fight a Jared Anderson. And they're not gonna put that on pay-per-view. And Top Rank's not gonna pay him 3 million for one fight. You know what I mean? Because they said he's asking like 10 million to fight Wilder. And Wilder's like, bro, you're not getting 10 million to fight me. I probably won't get 10 million.
Right.
So I don't know. With I don't know. I just don't know how he hasn't been picked up. It's weird. But that fight, man, the co-main event was better. It was a snoozer. Didn't take
Speaking of
anything away
that,
from
what weight
Jared
class get the
Anderson.
most money? You think?
What's that?
What weight class get the most money? Or it depend on the fight who the fighter is.
I feel like the right heavyweights get the most money,
That's what I
and
heard, but I don't feel like that because
I feel like
you
it.
got
I
you
don't know,
got
man.
fighters
Like
you
if you
got
look
fighters
at
in
it,
lower weight classes getting paid.
but they're getting paid, but they're not. They're getting paid like 8 million, 10 million. Like that's the top level for those dudes. Heavyweights, fuck Joshua on them. What they just made in that Ngannou fight, like 60 fucking million plus
Yeah,
he
but
made.
but that's like a name though. Anthony Johnson, one of the top getting
Yeah,
paid
on the
fighters.
average wise, it'd be hard to tell, man. Average wise, because it's like you said, it really depends on your skill level, what you are
Yeah.
going to get paid,
Who
like
you are,
who
basically, huh?
you are. Yeah, yeah,
So they
what
don't
you can bring
so
to
it
the
ain't
table.
about the weight. But sometimes the lower
Yeah,
weight classes get paid less. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
even if they a dog, you got
Well,
a
it's
motherfucker.
because the same mindset you have. You don't really care for those lower weight class, those that flyweight, bannerweight. Like you don't really care for those type of that division. Really, I love those division. Those little dudes
But that I
fucking
ain't
bang
yeah,
out,
I
bro.
don't care for it, but I don't feel like they should get underpaid. Shit, that's like the
No,
WNBA. I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
care for it, but I don't feel like these females should get 400K for 4 years. You get what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
Here's also the
They'll get
thing
them their money.
that well, that's the thing I also look at too. It's what you're bringing in. You got to
Yeah,
bring
yeah,
that
yeah,
to the table to be able
yeah,
to make that.
yeah. And a lot
And
of people don't
that's
watch
my
them lower
argument.
classes.
Yeah, that's my argument with the WNBA. You can't pay people millions of dollars when you ain't making millions of dollars. The
Right.
NBA is putting $10 million a year to float the WNBA.
Yeah, it
You know what
makes
I'm saying? So
sense.
you can't pay these girls millions of dollars when you ain't making that. Like it doesn't add up
I
business
don't
wise.
know though, man.
You know what I
Shit,
mean? Like the
because
NBA could
they paying
probably.
colleges, they paying all these colleges now want to pay.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's the
Mm-hmm.
WNBA's got to market itself better. If you got to find the
Nah, yeah,
greatest marketer
right.
out
You
there,
right. You right. They
there's plenty of
market,
money out
yeah.
there. You see it in college, right? It's
Yeah.
there. You got to fucking go get it.
They marketing scheme is trash. Like you don't see the females
Their
on
marketing scheme is
commercials, shoe deals,
jersey fucking sponsorship.
jerseys.
Load them motherfucking jerseys up with that shit if you're
Yeah, you
getting
don't
paid.
really. Yeah, you right. That is not to get off subject to go to the NBA and shit, but
Hey,
yeah,
it's sports shit.
sponsorship. Yeah, it's trash though. They don't. Yeah, you right. They need to like get better endorsements and
Yeah, the
like
money is there. You
commercials.
got
I
to go
wonder
get
if
it.
it's because it's they season so short, it come and go, and it's the
Well, I think
summertime. And you know,
to me,
we ain't in the house in the summertime. Like motherfuckers is out, so that really ain't catching our attention. Because you see, like now, the playoffs about to start, and then at the very beginning, damn near like when the summer really start is when the championship. So it's like that,
yeah, yeah,
which
yeah.
is when the females play. It's in the summertime. Ain't nobody really. You
Maybe
feel
move
me?
your
Everybody
season to the
outside
same
moving
time.
around and shit.
Why not start at the same time the NBA starts?
Right. That'd
Start
be
at
a
the
good
same
deal.
motherfucking
Because
time.
guess what? After that, it might be a game to come on. After that, motherfucker probably be so into it. Like,
Yeah,
let me catch this female game. You
yeah.
feel me?
You there? I don't feel
I
like
think they
turning this
time to
shit.
see. Yeah, I think they time of season is for the WNBA. They need to switch that. And I think, damn, we jumping off subject, but this just
Don't matter to me, bro.
we just helping y'all promote child the brand. And I feel
Yeah.
like that about like the what is it, the XFL? The
Mhm.
this
Mhm.
Y'all need to play when the NFL is playing. It don't
Nah.
got to be on that Sunday or that, but y'all should post y'all games
Oh,
around that same season because then we'll gravitate to it more. Like we're not gonna
Wednesday and
gravitate.
Friday. Wednesday,
Yeah,
Friday,
we're not gonna
XFL.
gravitate to nothing that's off.
Yeah.
We so used to this shit being off that we don't even care about that being on right now because we so
Yeah.
used to everything else. Like we ain't even looking forward to watching that. We looking forward for the
Yeah.
draft.
You
You
come
get
across it like, oh shit, I forgot this shit was even on.
yeah,
You know what I
and
mean?
then
Like,
still won't watch it though. Like so,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, that was my whole. I was saying that through a couple sports talk things this week about the WNBA. Man, you just got to market yourself better. The money's out there. You just got to go. I mean, you got to start going to high school games, college games, promoting the WNBA. bringing up women sponsorship things, man, really pushing the women agenda, like getting these younger girls from elementary into the WNBA,
Yeah,
going into these schools and pushing your,
yeah.
your whatever city is in that city WNBA, having them go
They
to
have
the
a more
schools
girl
and
platform.
even
Platform.
have women the women little girls camps, basketball camps
Hmm.
sponsored by the WNBA, and I'm sure they might do things like that, but market it all the way across the U.S., not just in one or two spots. Hit
Yeah,
up every fucking body, man. I mean, you got what do they say? You got to spend money to make money.
they say Caitlin Clark about to change that shit though. They
10
said
million from Nike.
Indiana Fever got like 35 televised games.
Yeah,
So that's
they
good.
sold out all their
I'm
shit
thinking about
already.
going to see her though, cause the
I
hometown
mean,
girl from Cincinnati, Kelsey Mitchell, she played for him too. So I
and
might
that's in
go to.
Indiana, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Let me know. I'll fucking
yeah,
hit that up with you for sure.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and, and shout out to D. This girl, this high schooler named D. She just she had what you call it? I can't think right now, but she had scholarships from every school, but she chose the Bearcats, so she going to the Bearcats.
Nice, nice. Staying home.
She ranked number 6 in the nation. She
Big
and
grab.
they school done won state. She go to a school called shout out to Purcell Marion.
Yeah, yeah. I've
I
heard the
went to
name.
their state championship last year, but they done won it 3 times in a row.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, she a dog too though. I
Hell
call
yeah.
she remind me of like a female LeBron. Like she going to that paint.
Nice.
She a dog. She a dog. She a dog. She
That's
a dog.
nice. Nice for sure. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm
Shout out to her, man. Thanks
gonna go
for
there. I'm gonna go to some of them
keeping it
games.
home, man. And congratulations on
Yeah,
being
yeah.
a
Appreciate
future
you, Dutch.
Bearcat
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. I'm gonna go to some of them games.
Yeah, yeah.
I might
Right
try to
here.
get an autograph from her. I might try to get an autograph from her this year because I'm gonna go to this day senior year see if they gonna go. They gonna win state 4 times in a row. So I'll
Yeah.
be at some of them games.
Hell yeah. Get it while she's in high school. By the time
Hmm.
she gets to WNBA. Hell
Yeah,
yeah, you got the title.
my brother-in-law, his friend is the coach for the team. So we used to get in there and shit. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah. Going back to that, like we said, past the Jared Anderson fight, man. Let's jump over. I don't know if you watched the Jordan Gill versus Zelfa Barrett. Zelfa Barrett won it in the 10th round with a body shot stoppage, but man, you got to if you didn't catch that one, it was on earlier on the zone over in the UK. But man, hell of a fight. The Barrett kid, Jack was telling us, Jack Kelly, he actually said that he favored Barrett in that fight. Everybody was picking Gill. Gill's a good fighter too, and it wasn't like one sided. These dudes, like Barrett was obviously the better fighter, but Gill was going at it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, making it a fight. But man, he got hit with 3 body shots. He went down on 2. The third one stopped him. The fact he got up was super impressive. Like I was like, oh, it's over. The first one sent him to the ground like in a roll where he was like, oh shit. And I was like, oh, that's over with. He's done. This motherfucker got up like 7. He stood straight up, took a breath, fucking put his hands up, went out, took another fucking body shot, went down to his knee, took a 7 count, 8 count, got up and went back. And then they stopped the fight after the third one. I was like, damn, but dude was tough as nails, bro. Jordan Gill. I saw him fight last year. I like him a lot as a fighter, so I definitely like to see him again, get
Yeah.
another opportunity. But this Barrett dude is pretty good. I'd like to see either Lamont Roach or Oshaki Foster for him next.
When the Bob Roach fight again?
I have no idea. I haven't seen him on any of the schedule, and I take go all the way up to about July on the schedule wise,
Mm.
and haven't seen him at all on the
And you
schedule.
know he took a big loss to Jamel Harrington.
Yeah, and he's
Jamel
actually
Harrington made him look bad.
yeah, he's got that. He's got a belt right now though.
Yeah, he
They're
got a belt.
saying
Yeah.
they're saying him and Shockey should be next. That's
Oh,
who Shockey wants is Lamont Roach, and I
okay.
like a Shockey Foster, but I think the winner of that could definitely take on Barrett. That'd be a hell of a fucking fight for sure. But that was a pretty good one, man. Of course, man. Let's get into what is an absolute. I don't know, man. What to say? Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. I mean, they both got booted from the opening pitch of the Mets game
Yeah,
because they were like, "Look, we don't want no stupid shit to break out here." So the Mets were like, "Yeah, you guys aren't throwing out the pitch." Another way to promote this fight, and they threw that, and mainly won't say Devin, I'll say Ryan. It's more Ryan acting sporadic and chaotic and just honestly childish. Like I don't know if he thinks
yeah,
this is
man.
selling
He
the
acting
fight.
like a.
Like I don't get it, bro. Like I
I don't know
really
what
am
he on,
fucking
bro.
lost. Like
I don't. All right. At first, I'm like, all right, you feel me? Then I'm like, damn, he really came in overweight. Like, how did they know that though? Like they
yeah,
called, they made a bet. He
because they
said,
can see his ass. Like he's he's not serious about this fight. I don't know. Like it's just like the weirdest shit, bro. Like I don't
I
really
don't
get
know
it,
what
man.
he on, bro. He different. And then he came in. I don't know if it probably wasn't no beer in there, but he got on the scale drinking a beer or whatever the fuck. I'm like, what is he like? What
Bro,
the
they
fuck?
said he's been out at nightclubs in New York and he's on videotape till 4 or 5 in the fucking morning drinking and partying. I think he's on steroids. Have you seen his body structure, his face structure? Fucking a lot of change in less than a year. Like I
Nah,
know
man,
he's a growing dude, but his features, like if you see his whole facial feature, I think he's on some kind of performance enhancing drug.
that's
I really do.
probably fucking his emotions up. He been
Yeah.
tripping, bro. Like I ain't fucking with that.
At
I ain't.
what point do you say, man, is this dude even should he be in the ring? I mean, you got these two dudes threatening to
He
kill each other,
he
and
know
it
what he
started with
doing.
him,
He
huh?
know what he doing. I mean, he know what he doing. I can't say that because I ain't gonna. I don't like keep bringing him up, but the tactics work on different boxers. I done seen boxers do that and get in the ring, but his shit is just like overboard. Like, bro, are you
Yeah,
really okay? Like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I don't think he good for real. To be honest,
yeah,
I don't think he there. Like the shit he like, I don't know, man. He too internet too. Like you too internet for me, bro. Like
bruh,
when you serious, you serious. Like you too internet. Like
yeah.
if I was Derek James, I wouldn't even after this. I'd be done. Like
He
cause
probably. I wouldn't look if Brian loses. Don't be surprised Derek James don't walk away
oh
from him.
yeah, nah. If he lose,
He
he
don't want
walking
to keep
away.
associated. You're gonna lose Ariel's. You lost Ariel's. Uh, you lost
Man,
Spence, and for the fact that he said, "Look, he's just got too many fighters. You don't have the time to focus on me like I want." You know what I
that's
mean?
what Earl said.
Yeah, Arrow said he's just got too many people in the stable and too much to focus. He had Anthony Joshua at one point. He had Garcia, both the Charlo brothers,
Nah,
one making
Earl
a
on
comeback,
man. I ain't
one
making
fighting
that. Nah,
Canelo,
we ain't
and
doing that.
then
We ain't doing that excuse
and
shit.
Frank Martin, right? And he has Frank Martin in the stable.
I ain't trying to hear that. That wasn't good enough, Earl. Come on now. He got
I
too many
mean,
fighters. He ain't focused, bro. You been around dude Joe whole career,
yeah,
so that shouldn't be nothing that you worried about. If he got fighters, too many fighters, he's getting you in there. Like, what are you talking about? And I thought that was a rumor though, and then I
hmm
heard they got back together. So I don't know.
for real.
Yeah, I heard they got back together. I seen the post where they said they got back together. But who you gonna go to?
Yeah,
Uh, So you damn
who you
near.
gonna fight next? You
I
know,
think, man, I don't know, bro. He don't be shouldn't be able to skip the line like that.
his name is gonna allow him. PBC is gonna let him. They
Yeah,
got the
that's
belts in
corny.
their stable for a
Yeah,
reason.
that's corny.
They wanted Fedor
And
to
I
have
don't
those
think he
belts.
should fight Fedor, to be honest. Like, dude
He
ain't
shouldn't.
nobody. He ain't no pushover. Like, y'all ain't just about to walk in there and you ain't even knocking shit out. You ain't got the punching power to knock him out.
Yeah,
And that's something motherfuckers don't know. Earl do not got the punching power to knock you out. He probably mechanic. He can punch the same spots, break you down. But
mhm,
far as like that shocking power where
yeah.
that he got that. He ain't got that
I've never
Crawford
really seen that with him
shock
either. No,
power. Yeah,
he's
he couldn't even knock out little Mikey Garcia that came up two weight classes. And
damn.
I be telling people that too, like when they was saying, "Oh, bro, who Terrence Crawford fight?" I said, "Who has Errol Spence fought?
Yeah, I mean Terrence
His
Crawford
resume
unified a
ain't
fucking
that.
division.
His resume ain't that.
Yeah.
They be trying to, bro. I used to argue
Like
up
he
and
fought
down who
Ugas.
has arrow. He fought a Mikey Garcia that came
Yeah.
up 2, 3 weight classes.
And how many times has Mikey lost since then?
He
He's like
Mikey,
a 4 or 5-time loser now.
I
I think he
don't
just
know,
lost
bro.
his last fight. Would have been a
Yeah,
spin
he
loss.
retired now though.
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah,
Did he just fight? Was that? No, that was
nah,
JoJo.
that was
JoJo.
years
JoJo.
ago. Yeah, nah, Mikey
Yeah,
Garcia
JoJo. He's
retired
on like
like
5
a couple
losses now.
years
I
ago.
think. Yeah, same with him. I think JoJo should retire. But yeah, I mean, now Crawford is also talking about fighting. What I heard, and I don't know. It's kind of more rumor because now he's been. I think it's the guy who just won the IBF belt, Mordolf or something, that fought a couple weeks ago. He wants to fight him in the LA Coliseum. They're kind of in talks right now, but then Jamel Charlo, who is the mandatory, like he's a champ in recess. So I want to say it's a WBA, WBC belt, WBA actually. I think
Yeah,
he's the champion of recess. As soon as Crawford said, "Hey, we're in talks with dude to fight at the LA Coliseum," well then Charlo was like, actually, I think I want to fight this dude, and he's the champ in recess. So I don't know if that throws a whole wrench in that ideal of those two
that's what I'm
fighting.
saying. That been blackballing my boy for so long. They don't
Yeah,
let him get the fights he won't.
yeah. Look at that. I mean, should the WBA step in? Even if he's a champ in recess, you stripped him of his belt. You know what I mean? Like,
Fuck a champion recess, boy. You gotta
how the fuck does
go
that even work,
rebuild
man?
yourself. Go
Yes.
rebuild
How does that
yourself.
even work? Like, we're gonna strip you of the belt, then a guy wins his fucking belt. How's he a champ in recess? Like that doesn't like you lost your shit and another dude went
You
out and
lost,
claimed that
period.
belt.
You lost, period,
You
mother.
you're done. Like you should have to, like you said, get back in line and
Yeah,
earn that belt back if you want, man. It shouldn't be, well, I see Crawford, and that all that is that he hates Crawford.
yeah.
That's Spence's dude. So he just wants to cock block that whole situation, basically. Like, nah, fuck that. I'm
You know
gonna
they
fight this
I
dude.
block my
Fuck you.
boy. That's what they been doing, bro. That's what they been doing, bro.
Yeah.
That's what they been
Telling
doing. I'm telling. And they try to, oh, who he fought? He fought a nobody, bruh. When before he fought Earl, bruh, he was playing, bruh. That was damn near practice.
you.
That was it. I'm about to get this money real quick. You know what I'm saying?
What?
That's what that was. Like I got a family to feed. When Earl ready, I'm ready. But I ain't about to just sit down and wait for him. Like
No,
no.
I'm gonna go keep grabbing fights with dudes that want to fight me. You know what I mean? You take who wants to fight you, and that's what Crawford does. But I think there's, I
I
think if
think
you're the
they're really scared of
WBA,
him now. I think they super scared of him now. I think like
oh
at
fuck yeah,
first
Crawford. But here's what you do if you're the WBA. All right, Charlo, you want this fight? You got this long for it to fucking happen. You got 2 months to basically you sign the fight, and then you guys got 2 months to make this fight happen. And as soon as you win that WBA, Crawford's gonna be your fucking mandatory.
I ain't even gonna lie. I wouldn't care if my boy retired right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
And I
They
would be salty as hell if he retired, bro.
I
He's
would
got way too much in him.
I
Way
would
too much in him,
they
man.
make it hard for him, bro. Like they making it too hard. They making it difficult. And it
I
shouldn't be
would get
this
it. I would
it, it,
understand it. But
I, it shouldn't be this difficult when I just put on a fucking performance of a lifetime. Something
oh
the
my god,
world
tell me about it, bro.
even I knew he was gonna be Earl, but I ain't think it was gonna be like that.
I mean, motherfuckers should be lined up. Top rank should be fucking A. We want you. PBC, we want you.
Man, that's what I'm
Matchroom, we
saying.
want every
That's
motherfucking
what
body.
I'm saying, bro.
Saudi Arabia, if you're that dude, the Turkish guy over there in Saudi Arabia, you're paying the money. I want that Boots and Crawford fight to happen, right? That motherfucker put the money up for it. That's a fight that you
They
can put
don't
over
want him
there in
to
Saudi
fight.
Arabia.
They want him
Now
to fight.
Crawford doesn't have, or Boots doesn't have that name. He doesn't.
I was
Now I'm not
listening
on it.
to that earlier.
I do agree with you that he doesn't need that Boots fight. He doesn't have to go prove anything against Boots. But if you don't have anybody else who wants to fight you, and you got a guy who does want to fight you, go fight that motherfucker, man.
It ain't gonna make sense, bro. I know.
I know it's
Listen. That's cool. I hear what you're saying. It's also a money thing. It's gonna always be business, and you got to think. I've been grinding for this long taking these shortcuts, not getting what I'm worth. This bag, I'm not going to fight him, and I know this bag. Look, look at the Devin Haney and Ryan. You told me the tickets. I'm thinking ain't nobody trying to go through that, bro. He trying to get a bag now. Like that's what I'm
Yeah,
on. I done put in this. I done put in this hard work. He got to put in this. He can't just fight me because I'm Terrence Crawford. He still got to show the world don't know who Boots is yet, bro. The world don't know who he is.
facts, facts,
The
facts,
world know
absolute
who
facts.
Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia is. That's why that fight going on. Because I don't even think for real Devin about to beat his ass. So the world know who these two stars is already, and they still ain't doing good, bro. So you think a Terrence Crawford fighting a Boots Ennis, a guy that everybody here but ain't really seen yet? We done seen them. We know the talent. The
Mhm.
world got to know it though to make it make
And
sense.
that makes complete sense. What you say is absolute facts. Boots isn't that name. He isn't a money fight. The only way that becomes a money fight is with Saudi Arabia stepping in. That's the only way it's a money fight. But then, in my opinion, I mean, I agree. It's got to make sense for Crawford to take the fight. As much as what I'm saying, hey, you don't have anybody who wants to fight you. Boots wants to fight you, but you're right. You're not going to go fight Boots for pennies when you're that guy now. You're the pound per pound #1 fighter in the world. You
Yeah.
shouldn't have to go step back
And I'm trying to
towards an
fight the
opponent.
next pound for pound
Motherfuckers should be
Canelo.
stepping up to you.
I'm
I
trying
think
to
he
fight
should. Why
Canelo
not? Why not attempt a zoo fight?
for Crawford.
Why the fuck not?
He just lost.
He lost, but that fight
It
still,
ain't gonna make sense, bro.
I think it makes more sense than what people think.
No, bro.
Especially
If
let
he would have
Crawford go
won, it would
grab a
have made a
belt.
lot of sense. But it's not gonna make no sense.
I
It's not
don't
gonna make
know,
no
man.
sense.
I feel like it's still a big opportunity fight. But like I said, if you take
For
the
Earl Spence,
what
yes,
about Charlo versus Crawford? Does that fight make sense?
it make better sense than Tazoo.
Is that a money fight? Do people know Charlo enough?
They know who
That
Charlo
to be a money
is.
fight. He is. People
They
know
know who
Charlo
he
is.
is. But off that bad loss. That's what I'm saying. When people see you lose, you got to. I don't want to see you just jump in the ring with him because you what your name was or who you was. You got to show me you still got that drive to fight, bro.
Yeah.
Like Tazoo gonna have to show he might still got the drive because he lost Alpha. I mean, he
He
had
lost a
something
fight
going
off
on.
a bad injury, man. Like I won't hold that against him at all, and I definitely think he
I
deserves an
I, I
opportunity to
hear
step back
different.
in.
I hear different, but
I
that
think
was part
people.
of the loss. That was
I
part of the
mean, when you
loss.
got a gas and you can't see, the number one thing is being able to see your opponent. You know what I mean? When the first 2 rounds,
You
every
know,
time
boxing is boxing, though,
Pandora threw
man.
that jab, he countered, pow, hitting big time. He saw something and he was kept countering that. But then when it got to the point where he couldn't see, but here's the thing that we talked
And man,
about that I
skills in
do
boxing.
agree is that now with this fight, Pandora may have established that he's a big guy and that he needs to fight like a big guy. And if he really realized that from this fight, nobody's going to beat him at 154. I don't think with that height and size. I mean, maybe even a Crawford, Crawford would be the only one I would say would go in and beat him. He's a smart, calculated fighter. But that goddamn size, I don't know, even with like how you get around that. If he decides now, he goes back and he says, "Dude, I need to fight like a big guy. I need to establish this jab, use that." He's 6'7". Crawford is what, five
Eight,
nine,
eight.
5'8". You think that's way too big of a range, even for a guy like Crawford?
I mean, fuck it. There be great. That ain't even the thing. The thing is, I'm trying to be great. So if he beat me, he beat me. You see what I did? I jumped up to
Yeah.
154. Like, and then I fought a motherfucking 6'7". I'm 5'8". I don't think it's gonna be that easy for dude.
No, no, it won't be easy
Crawford
because
gonna
if Crawford
cap you
Crawford's
from
smart.
something.
Crawford's gonna be like Tszyu, like I said, Tszyu's a smart fighter too. Crawford is a very intelligent fighter. And if he lands a punch, he's a bigger puncher than Tszyu is, in my opinion. Even at 154, I just feel like you have some guys have a natural power. Doesn't matter what weight class they're in, no matter where he's at. I think Crawford's always going to have the power advantage on anybody he faces because it's a natural power. He knows it's like Dragon Ball Z. And motherfucker just gets a
Mm,
ball of energy. Kapow! You know what I mean? He
yeah.
just has that natural built-in punch power. So I
Mm,
think that's going to go with him at any level. And if he gets inside and lands that on Pandora, inside body punch or uppercut, yeah, he'll fucking lay Pandora out. And
we ain't really want to see that. We really wanted to see the Canelo versus
I would rather Canelo versus Crawford. Yeah,
oh,
absolutely.
but I don't really see no fight out there for him right now. To be honest, bro, like
But that sucks,
Fedor,
man. To have this guy on the shelf.
Fedor cool because he got a belt and shit. But I just feel like the height advantage is a bad one, even for Earl. Like you know what I'm saying, that height. But I can't
It's
say that because
dangerous. It's dangerous.
Tim Zoo, he what? How tall is he?
So Zoo's about the same size as Crawford, about 5'8", 5'9". He's not a big dude.
Oh well, yeah. Well, yeah, I would love to see. Well, I think he could get him there because he was tagging him. He gonna take that jab away from him. Like
That's
it's only
exactly
gonna
what
be so
Zoo
long.
was
He gonna be
doing.
able to. It's only gonna be so long. He gonna be able to use that jab on Crawford.
Yeah.
Like
Well, to Zoo, the first 2 rounds was took the jab away from him. Every
yeah,
time he did it, pop, he countered him. He knew
yeah,
when it was coming, and every time dude would throw the jab, he was countering. Wow,
yeah,
hitting him with a big overhand right. So yeah, Crawford would definitely take that away from him. Get inside. I would favor Crawford, to be honest. He's just fucking that level of
yeah,
dude, even with the size.
yeah,
Uh, he's not gonna let him fight like a big guy. You
yeah.
know what I mean? It's
He
just
gonna
Crawford.
bully him, bro. He's so skinny. He's so skinny. He gonna bully him, bro.
Mhm.
He's
He
gonna
did
bully him.
he did look to be growing into his size though. Like he
He's still
looked a
gonna
little bit
bully
thicker
him,
than
bro.
what
You know how
he did a
dude's
year
strong.
ago for sure. Yeah.
Dude's strong. He gonna bully him in there. Watch, I'm telling you. He that was the same thing he was gonna do to Canelo. He was gonna bully Canelo. He gonna show him I'm stronger than you in here.
Yeah.
Everybody thinking I'm gonna show you how strong I am.
Oh shit. On that undercard tomorrow, of course. I really don't know how the zone is justifying an $80 pay-per-view for the Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia fight. It's an absolute terrible motherfucking card. You got one good fight with Arnold Bomboza, but the guy he's fighting isn't a big fighter. So he's fighting a lesser opponent that he should beat. And
Yeah,
then from
the
there, it's just
undercard.
a dog shit ass card. Like
Yeah,
it's
the
just a terrible
undercard.
card.
Nothing.
$80. Please, the zone, justify somebody paying you guys $30 a fucking month and then paying you $80 for a fucking pay per view. That they already pay you $30 a month to subscribe to your channel. Ain't no way in hell I would be forking out over $100 and something to a fucking channel for like they're getting rich, bro. That pay per view shit. I don't know, man. Pay per view should be $30 a pop, bro. 29.99.
I
That
think
now
I think
we're gonna
Ryan
get into
scared some motherfuckers off, man.
we're gonna get it. What was
Bullshit.
that?
I think Ryan probably scared some people away to all that bullshit he be like.
Man, watch. They won't even make a 500,000 pay per view sales. Watch. It won't
Mm.
even hit a 500,000. I don't see it.
What you thinking, like 100K?
It barely makes 100,000. Watch. This dude,
Ooh.
man, the stadium's empty. It's in New York City. Number one mistake. Now I know why Devin wanted it in New York City, but it was a mistake. It should have been in Las Vegas where Ryan wanted it. Way bigger fight there. You're going to sell that out at in Las Vegas. Nobody knows Devin Haney on the East Coast. That's why Devin wants to fight on the East Coast. He's trying to. He's from Oakland. He's fought in Las Vegas most of his life. That West Coast, Midwest area. He's never been to the East Coast. He wants to build his brand all the way across country. Smart, but sometimes you got to know when it's the right time. A Devin Tank fight in New
I
York,
was just about to say that.
fire, bro.
Or Shakur.
Hmm.
That would have made sense. That would have
Yeah,
made way more sense.
yep. No,
Damn. Yep. That
yeah.
makes sense. Yeah, that makes.
Garcia's a West Coast guy. He's known on the West Coast.
They both
He's
West Coast guys.
Yeah. So you keep that fight on the West Coast. I agree with Ryan. It should have been in Vegas, not New York. That's part of the ticket issues right now. And then Ryan acting like a complete fucking moron is killing this goddamn fight. I don't know if he
Yeah,
thinks it's
New
selling
York.
tickets.
They worried about no damn box fight. They worried about the Knicks.
Yeah.
That's ranked
Yeah.
second place right
Playoff
now.
season, baby. Starts tomorrow too. Playoff season tomorrow. That's another reason ain't nobody at that motherfucking
Yeah,
game, bro.
they worried about the
Goddamn
Knicks.
Knicks in the playoffs, and you got to
Yeah, they
fucking
ranked second,
do
second
your
place,
homework. Do your homework, guys.
second
Devin
place in
Haney,
the East.
I like you, my guy, but you should have did your fucking homework. Knicks in the playoff Saturday playoff basketball start. I'm pretty sure the Knicks play tomorrow, right?
Probably
It all starts tomorrow.
if the ticket sales is
In the
motherfucker.
city.
And look,
Yeah.
motherfucker brought flow seats to that Nick game. You heard me?
Yeah,
We going
exactly.
to
They
the
said
Nick
floor
game.
seats to the Devin Haney or the Knicks. And them motherfucking New Yorkers, they're all about their
You
Knicks.
know they love they
Like
Knicks.
they ain't fucking with Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia
Man,
on
hell no.
a
We'll catch
playoff
that. We'll
motherfucking
catch that
Saturday.
on our phone while we at the Nick game, man.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh shit, he just got knocked the fuck
And the
out.
Knicks playing the Sixers. Come on,
Yeah.
man. We
Oh
at this
shit,
Nick
come
game.
on. Yeah,
We at
yeah,
this
yeah.
Nick game. We already put that together now. We know
Now
why.
you know what? We're the first. Now you motherfuckers heard it here on Bourbon and Boxing. There ain't one other fucking podcast I've listened to. Not one other channel that been able to put those two fucking facts together. Everybody's like, oh, what's going on with this? I'm so lost. And I'm like,
That's why.
boom, we just put it together. The New York Knicks, NBA basketball. Sometimes you got to do your homework, where you're going to fight, the day you're going to fight. Saturdays, I mean, that's a big sporting day for college basketball, pro basketball, college football. So you got to know your venue, where you're at, where you should take that fight. That fight should have been in Las
But
Vegas.
if the Knicks playing
You would have
tomorrow,
drawn the crowd.
we got to be 100% sure on that. We can't just be.
Yeah, we do. We do got to be for sure on it because hey, let me look it up right now for you guys. But we might be on to something, fellas.
But that if it is, that's the reason why. Guarantee. If they playing tomorrow, that's the reason why. Guarantee.
Tomorrow, the Knicks will be playing the 76ers at Madison Square Garden at 6 p.m.
Tomorrow, 6 p.m. A night game. When does the Devon fight start? 8 o'clock. Going in. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah. Oh
yeah,
yeah. That game gonna probably be over about what 11.
yeah. About 10 o'clock. If it starts
Uh,
at 6, right around like maybe that 9, 10 o'clock part. But like we said, they're buying tickets to that. They're not gonna go to
yeah.
the Devin versus
Yeah.
Garcia fight.
That's what
So
it is. That yeah. That was bad. Mark. That was bad. That was bad. And they
yeah.
talking about 420. Like oh
Hmm.
yeah, on 420. That was
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
Bad. I
yeah.
ain't gonna lie. They should have did they should have did a little bit like hold on.
Man,
First
you know
and
what?
then oh nah. They might do decent sales because motherfuckers might buy it instead of going ticket sales wise because they going to the Nick
Pay per
game.
view. You think pay per view might pop off a little bit?
It
Leave
might.
the next game.
If the Knicks win, then
But
yeah.
think about it.
If the Knicks lose,
Ain't nobody doing shit. Ain't
fuck
even
that
fucking
fight.
with that. They probably
Yeah,
gonna go to the arena to try to fight those dudes themselves. Like fuck
yeah.
all y'all. But look, $80. You paying that? Are you paying $80 for that fight when the undercard is absolute garbage, bro?
Man, listen though. I might not even watch the undercard, bro. I ain't see nobody on there that I like. They said the Scrappy, was it called his name? Scrappy?
Yeah, yeah. I see that he was on there. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah. They were kind of talking about him earlier, but they said he should have been the co-main event.
Yeah.
He should have been facing fucking Arnold Barbosa, but that's the fight I think they were talking about. But
Mm.
they didn't want to make that because Barbosa was the guy who was the fill-in guy. If Ryan went nuts and just ran off butt naked somewhere and ain't nobody can find him, you know what I'm saying? Barbosa was the dude that was going to step up to fight Devin Haney. So maybe that's why they didn't want to put that fight together, just in case they had to break it up. And then you got a big ass co-main event that doesn't happen because the main event.
Right.
So yeah, I guess that didn't make sense to him to try to make that. But yeah, that's what everybody I think was talking about, was that should have been the fight that should have been on the co-main event. But even then, you only got one fight on that, 2 good fights on that whole card. Like everybody else is kind of, just kind of. I guess you could check guys out. You may find fights that turn out to be pretty good, but for $80, it doesn't justify it. I paid $30, $39.99, I think it was, for the Joshua and Gane card, which was pretty loaded. You know what I mean? That was a loaded fucking card. So that was worth, $40 to me. $80, you got to make that shit right, man. You got to make me want to give you $80 of my fucking money and not just stream your shit illegally. Fuck you. I can get the fight for free, or you can make it reasonable and I'll pay for your fights. You know what I mean? I'm the guy that will spend $40 for a fight. I'll spend $30 for a fight. Anything above that, it's not fucking worth it. There should be even that June 1st card that just got announced. Bobal versus Better Beef and that undercard, bro, that's the best card of the year. I would hesitate to pay $80 for that
Don't
card.
say that. Don't. Who on that
I'd
other
say that
card?
I would pay $80 for that card. I ain't
No,
gonna
no,
lie.
no, no, not that. I'm saying who on that undercard?
Bruh, have you not seen it? That you remember that 5 versus 5 that I sent to you?
I ain't get to see it though because I'm
Bruh,
on
check
Facebook,
that
so I clicked it. But I heard Eddie Hearn talking about it today at the press conference.
bro, it's fire, bro. Every other company needs to get the fuck on board. I want to see top ranks, top 5 guys versus PBC's top 5 guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is some new shit right here. And Eddie Hearn's working with Saudi Arabia is what's pretty much that's what's making him the best promoter right now.
Nah, he live.
Well, yeah. I fuck with him. He's smart. He knows how to keep guys active. He knows how to make a good fight card, put shit together. Dude, Hearns is probably the best promoter out there at this moment, in my opinion. I think he is. And then working with Saudi Arabia and making, like, he knows, bro. Like, I'm not just gonna make this money. I'm gonna make the best fucking fights happen. This 5 for 5 is with the Better Beef versus Bobal as the main event, and then you're gonna get Zhang. He's gonna be on. This is Queensberry's. This is Frank Warren's fighters. Queensberry, Zhang, Dubai, Nick Ball, Shiraz, Hutchinson. That's Queensberry. Matchroom's gonna have Wilder, Hergovich, Ford, Raymond Ford, who we just saw going up against Nick Ball. Bruh, that fight is fire. And then Williams and Richards. Now Zhang's gonna fight Wilder. Dubai's gonna fight Hergovic. Ball's gonna fight Ford. Shiraz is gonna fight Williams. Hutchinson's gonna fight Richards. Like,
Hutchinson who?
uh, I don't. The Hutchinson and Richards, two dudes, I'm not real hip to them. I know their name, and I've probably seen them fight a couple times, but I'm not real hip to them. I'd have to
That
actually.
ain't Richard. I mean, that ain't
Not Richard Hitchinson. Not
Oh,
not not
oh, you
that.
said
Not the guy
Hutchinson.
that just fight. Yeah, yeah. It sounds so weird because the last
Oh,
name
I
is
seen him.
Hutchinson
Oh,
and
that's what he
Richard.
was doing the other day when they all was standing when Deontay Wilder, the
Yeah, they
other
had the mask on.
dude, and Raymond Ford, and it was 5 guys, and they all with
Mhm.
Raymond Ford had his belt on. That's what they was doing. Okay, that's what
Yeah,
they promoting the 5 on
bruh.
5 shit.
That's on the undercard of the Bivol versus Better Beef,
Oh yeah.
bruh. Like, that's gonna be
So who was
by
this
far
5? Who was this 5 fighting?
the 5 fighting, or what I told you,
No, I'm
like
saying
Zhang's.
is his promotion fighting another promotion company?
Yeah, Queensberry is going up against Matchroom.
Oh, okay.
Eddie
Okay.
Hearns is Matchroom. Queensberry is the longtime promoter Frank Warren, really popular over in the UK. It's Tyson Fury's manager. But what they did was they picked 4 guys from their stable, the top guys, 4 of the top guys from their stables, heavyweight, lightweight, featherweight, different divisions,
Yeah,
and
when
they
the
put
hell Deontay Wilder get it with Eddie Hearn though?
well, that was the thing. Then they picked 4 from their stable, then 1 that wasn't in their stable. Eddie Hearns picked Deontay Wilder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Warren picked Zhang. So I'm
gotcha.
like, "Damn, like, fire, bruh. Fire, fire." Like,
Yeah,
that
that
right
might.
there, man.
But I ain't gonna lie. Tank might have the best undercard just with this one motherfucker, David Benavidez.
That's
Co-
the
event.
best co-main event, but I wanna see
We
how the
got to
rest of
see.
that card
Yeah,
fills
we
out.
got.
It still hasn't
Yeah,
filled out yet,
yeah, we
so
got to
we'll
see.
still wait to see what PBC
Yeah,
does with that.
they
They
might as well.
got an
I,
opportunity.
well, I can't. But I was about to say, but they can't. You seen that shit? Him and Shakur going back and forth.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're at it big time. I'd like
I
to see
think that's
that
gonna
fight.
be next.
I think him and Devin are next. I really do. I
Who?
think
Tank and Devin.
Tank and Devin. I
It's
think
either
Tank
gonna
and
be
Devin are
Tank and
next.
Devin or Tank and Devin or Shakur and Tank. That's got to be next. And
I'd
I
like
say
to see
Shakur.
Shakur and
I
Tank
say
because that's the
Shakur
same
because he a
division.
free agent after this
Yes.
fight. His
I'd like to
contract
see
is over.
Shakur versus Tank because it's 135. It would solidify that
Yeah,
135 a lot more.
that's the only
And the
reason.
Devin versus Tank. Devin versus Tank means nothing for any of those divisions at all. It's just more of a 2 best guys against each other. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And it doesn't mean anything for I mean, I don't know. Well, if it's a catch weight and Devin holds what 2 of the belts right now, are those belts
Nah,
on the line?
he just got one.
He
WBC.
just got 1. So yeah, he's got the 1 belt. So is that belt would that belt be on the line if he fought Tank? And Tank has a belt at
Yeah,
135.
he the champion. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how that'll
Uh,
go.
yeah, because sometimes they'll win them and then just automatically vacate them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like if Devin's at 130, 140 wins a 135 belt, he'll vacate that.
yeah.
But yeah, that's a hell of a fight. But that 5 versus 5, man, to me, this has to catch on. Like I want to see Top Rank's top 5 versus PBC's top 5. I want to see Matchroom versus Top Rank, PBC versus Queensberry. I want to see all like that's how boxing should be. A
Mm-hmm.
fucking tournament. A tournament. Why not? Why the fuck the money? Okay, Saudi Arabia. Here's an ideal. Go to fucking Top Rank. Go to PBC. Go to Queensberry. Go to Matchroom. Go to Sky Sports. Go to all these fucking promoters and say, I want you to put your 5 best up. And we're gonna have a fucking worldwide tournament. The best are gonna fight the best, and we're gonna eliminate all this bullshit, and we're gonna know who the best of the best is.
Not never.
That's what needs to happen. That's some gladiator shit right there,
That ain't
bro.
that.
Have a whole week of just fucking boxing tournaments.
That
A whole
yeah, that
motherfucking
ain't
week,
cool,
bro.
but that
Like,
ain't doing that. That's too much.
no,
That
it ain't too much. That's what
ain't,
people want.
it's what we've been talking about, but it's too much as far as
And
like
it
like
okay.
like all right. So Shakur might be the only top 5 they got. If you might got 3 good fighters on this establishment, you feel me? So it's like once he get wiped down, then what?
Then you're out of the fucking tournament, and it shows that you probably should step your game up and sign better motherfucking guys. Like that's
Uh,
what that says. If you're afraid, then you don't fuck with it. If you're afraid, if you're top rank and you're like, well, our talent ain't that great, then you
Now
got to look in the motherfucking mirror and start signing guys.
I could see a tournament boom. All right, how you had the 4 kings or whatever, and so say you had Tank versus Shakur, Lomachenko versus Devin, Tiafimo versus Ryan, and it broke down like that. Boom, yeah, that'd be cool. But I don't know, man. I
But
don't
I
know.
don't know, man. With this 5-on-5, what I like about it, it's not one division. Like they're not just heavyweights. They're
Yeah, that's
heavyweights,
what I'm saying.
featherweights,
Because all
lightweights.
the whole
So
establishment schools.
yeah,
How you gonna be able to promote these guys after that? It's
man,
no
that's
box,
how you promote
box.
it. Like
No, but
think
I'm
about
saying
it.
no.
If your guy wins that fucking tournament.
Yeah, but who was there for them to fight after that?
And it's boxing. There are tons of guys that fight. That's the problem
Listen,
with
no,
boxing,
I'm
bro.
saying
Is
if he
that we
won the
all think
tournament, if you
Like
doing
we
a
think
tournament,
that it's not like there's so many young, hungry guys in boxing.
yeah, but
Abdullah
they
fucking
gotta
Mason.
build.
You know what
That's
I'm
what
saying?
I'm saying,
Like
bro. You gotta build yourself up. That's gonna be hard. They still. We know Abdullah Mason. The world got to know him, bro. That's not,
the
and
only
that's the
way the
way.
world knows Abdullah Mason is you got to put his ass out there for the world to see him.
Yeah, but
That's a
that's
fact.
a high risk. That's a high risk with a low
It's a high
reward, bro.
risk, but the reward
Once he
outweighs
lose,
the
okay.
risk.
Once he lose, bro, you know boxing done changed. Once you get that loss, don't nobody really want to see you no more,
It
bro.
does and doesn't. We watch Ali. We consider him one of the top boxers ever. The
Man,
guy
that
had 5 losses.
daytime. I can't say that. I didn't see Ali fight.
But
The
he had
greatest in
5
my
losses,
generation is
and he's
Floyd.
still considered one of the
The,
best ever, right?
the best ever I feel like is Floyd. And he
Yeah,
ain't lose.
but we saw Floyd baby the end of his career. Now, don't
That's
get me wrong,
cool. He
Floyd
still
is
ain't
a
lose.
great, great fighter, but when we got guys like Sugar Ray who fought 130 something times in his career, it's hard for me to say a guy that went 50-0 is better than a guy who went 29-1-1. Like, it's hard for me to put him over a guy like that all time, you know what I'm saying? Like, a guy that fought
I
132
can't
times in
say
his
that,
life,
bro.
131
Say
times.
that. I can't say that. A guy that go undefeated.
What about Chavez? 164 fights in his career. That's hard for me to say.
Yeah, they
He
was
was
fighting
fit
like fucking
he was
every
50 and
day.
0 at one point.
The
You
time
know what
changed
I mean?
though. I'm saying the time changed though. And you
It
done seen,
has,
and
for
then you
sure.
gotta think what Floyd went through with brittle hands after a while, and he still couldn't be beat. He still was had to switch his whole game up. Like, so I don't know,
And then
man.
that's when
I,
Money
I
May
can't,
came in.
I'm just, as far as me saying that is, this is the times now. We can't say back in the day or what was going on. We can't say that. And these boxers know that. Once you take that L, bro, it's hard to promote that guy. Don't nobody want to see
Isn't
this guy.
Lopez got an L, and
Who?
he's still Lopez, and he's still promotable. Devin Haney has an L. Or not
You
Devin,
know
but
what he had to do
Garcia
to do that?
has
You
an
know what
L.
he had to do that though?
He had to
He
come
went
back.
up a weight class.
Well, not only did he went up a weight
And
cut, he
guess
just
what?
stayed busy.
And guess what? After that, after that fight, he lost to Cabosas and still had a shaky fight after that.
Yeah, yeah. No doubt about it, but I think the loss thing is too much in people's head. People
Yeah,
think
not
that
to say
it's
that, but
too
that's the
much in their
times
head.
now, bro. That's the
Like,
times now.
yeah, but people gotta
That's the
realize
times
that one
now,
loss
bro.
does not make you not great.
Yeah,
You can
we know
rebuild
that.
that.
We know
I mean,
that.
Anthony
We know
Joshua,
that.
yeah, yes, we know that for sure.
True
But the rest
boxing
of the
fans
world
know
has to
that.
understand that part of it. Like, look, that would be like thinking that every football team, like your football team, should go undefeated, and the minute they lose, like, oh, season's over.
And let me speak on this. That's just like the world think if Tank don't knock a motherfucker out and he go to distance with him that he lost.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
Well,
they used to, but they
yeah,
don't know boxing. So
yeah.
they feel like Tank don't knock this man out, that he lost. And that ain't the case.
No,
Because you
no,
ain't
not
gonna
at all.
always knock everybody out.
Yeah,
That's just the boxing world we in today, bro. The shit changed. You feel what I'm saying? We know if everybody had our mindset and what we and how we feel, it'd be like the old days. But it's not
yeah,
like that. It's really, really entertainment now. It's a
yeah,
bigger business. So, you know.
yeah. That's the absolute truth, man. And that's what sucks about it is that we that L people hold that L so close now because of that. Just like you said, because it makes a complete marketing difference. I
Hmm.
lose, now I got to rebuild myself like Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? But he took what 3 losses before the UK loves Anthony Joshua. Like they support that dude 100%. They're super hyped that he's back and that I was completely wrong about Anthony Joshua. But still, I'm not taking much from the Ngannou fight. This is a dude that had 2 pro fucking fights. He's 0-2. He's not a boxer. I'm not taking a lot off that bullshit.
Yeah.
That I got to see him against a top guy. Uh, I like if Hergovich defeats Dubai, I would love to see him versus Hergovich. I think that guy definitely deserves that. Some people think he doesn't, but I think he definitely does for sure. Undefeated, heavyweight, he deserves that opportunity. there was some other damn news that I had seen earlier in the week. I don't know if it was anything major because that Devin Haney fight, man, that just is clouding a lot of stuff. Of course, like the Crawford news about him wanting to fight the guy in L.A. Coliseum, but now Charlo throwing a wrench into that to where basically like, nah, I'm going to take that fight, not you. Just and who knows? He's probably just saying it just to fucking delay it, and then he'll never take the fight. But that's where the WBA has to more stringent rules have to be in place, and I think all that starts, honestly, with the WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO all becoming one sanctioning body because you can't have four sanctioning bodies and all four sanctioning bodies have different rules and none of their rules are the same. So it doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like at one point you had the WBC saying that Russian fighters weren't allowed to fight with the war that was going on, bringing politics into it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Bivol, pretty much they were saying, "Hey, Bivol can't like we're not going to sanction any fight with Bivol because he was from Russia." Beterbiev is also from Russia. He just went to Canada and applied for citizenship there, and then they're like, "Oh, he's Canadian now." But to me, it's stupid shit like that because no other sanctioning body, the IBF, WBC, or WBA, nobody else brought politics into it. You know what I mean? They were like, "Hey, his country's at war. That doesn't mean anything about that person in general. What that country decided to do doesn't mean that that automatically makes him a bad person or whatever your thoughts are on that." You know what I mean? So it's like that type of shit happening shouldn't happen. And you should have a sanctioning body to be able to overrule those type of stupid ass decisions to say, hey, we got a great fighter in Bivol, but he's Russian, so he's not going to be allowed to fight in any WBC fights. He's not going to be able to fight for that belt. Like that's just stupid. Like, and that's where you have one sanctioning body overruling other three other belt holders or three other sanctioning bodies. It's just too much conflict, in my opinion, with all these different sanctioning bodies. And boxing definitely needs to change that up. Like I said, fucking start making leagues. Make a European league, make a motherfucking North American league, dude. And one champion going in each division, one champion, no intern champions. You know what I mean? One champion, one fights two, three fights four. Easy shit. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be this hard. Shouldn't be this hard.
Boxing because everybody got their feet in, everybody got their hands in the cut, so it ain't gonna never work.
Yeah.
Too
Well,
many people, too many people getting a piece of the pie.
I think if the fighters step up, it could definitely happen, man. A fighter union could really change the whole outlook of this motherfucking thing.
Yeah,
Because the last person getting paid is the fighter.
yeah.
Does that make sense to anybody? That your manager, your promoter, your platform, they all get paid before you get paid. And you're the one in the ring
Risking your life.
sacrificing. Yeah, risking everything. If you lose, they scoot you to the side like you ain't shit. Take your money and
They
walk the fuck
basically
away.
like this. I I got you here. I put you on your feet. If it
Yeah,
weren't for me, you wouldn't be who you are. Like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah, yeah. But you ain't in the ring doing shit.
I've been in the
Yeah,
gym since I was 5 years old. Fuck you
yeah,
mean?
yeah. I've been putting in the work. I'm 32-0. I'm undefeated, but yeah,
Yeah,
you doing everything. You know, and you got me here. I wouldn't be here without you. That's the problem, man. Is these platforms really have that mindset
that's the
that
man.
without us, you can't do shit.
Yeah,
And
that's
they're right. You do need a platform, but it's got to work the right way. Like the NFL is a league, but the players have more control over what their pay is, guaranteed money. Like, look how they changed shit over the years. You got linebackers getting guaranteed motherfucking money. You got kickers getting guaranteed paychecks
yeah.
because of a union. You know, I mean, players going together to say, nah, bro, y'all don't run shit. We're the players. We're out on the field. We're going to get our cut. You know what I mean? And everybody can get a cut, but it should be the fighters first. You know what I
Mm.
mean? And then everybody else comes after that. But it's got to start with these guys getting smarter and unionizing together to say, hey, look, as a union, we can make sure the proper fights happen and we're getting paid. And not only just pay, but medical shit, retirement. You know what I mean? You see to boxers afterwards that, they can't walk, that, they have trouble talking, mind issues. We saw that with Ali, you know what I'm saying? And then they don't get paid for that. You know what I mean? They don't have any medical. They have to fork all that out of their own pocket. There's no retirement fund. So if they didn't save money, the little bit of money that they do make, they ain't got shit to fall back on. You know what I mean? As a fighter, that's what makes people not want to be a boxer for a living. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
All right. Before we go on too much of a boxing reform rant, as I like to do every few months, I like to throw that out there to get boxing, get it up in people's mind, man, to change the sport from the wild, wild west to, the new era, the new generation, shit like that, man. It's just got to catch up with the times at some point. You know what I mean? I think we've seen a lot of progress since COVID. I think COVID kind of helped boxing. You know what I mean? People were at home, didn't have a lot to do. Boxing was still a sport that they were able to tune into. So I think that kind of saved boxing a little bit. All right. You got any other thoughts, man? Any other news for us, bro?
Nope. Oh, the Teen Combat League come on tomorrow. Remember I told you about Michael Dawson.
Hmm.
Catch that because the main event for the undercard for Devin and now ain't shit. So you can catch that
Yeah.
before the event. So I'm gonna remind you about that tomorrow. He fight for Team
Nice.
Atlanta. So yeah, they fighting tomorrow. They been started though, but his team fighting tomorrow. I just want you to see the concept and watch his
Yeah.
skill.
Yeah.
Tell me
Yep.
what you think. I've been in the gym with him and his pops. Like I was working with them a little bit. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
had fun in there learning little stuff and shit. So yeah, catch that. And it
For
don't
sure,
affect
man.
they pro record if they pro. So yeah, it's cool.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So you guys heard it here. You can catch Team Combat instead of that lame ass undercard that Devin's going to provide for you. Catch that and then go catch the Devin fight. But also remember on Bourbon and Boxing that we told you motherfuckers why these tickets ain't selling because you got to market that shit better, motherfuckers.
They trying to go
Everybody
see
been
Stanley
wondering.
Bronson. You hear me? They want to see
Yeah,
Stanley
everybody
Bronson
wants to see
drop
Brunson. Yeah,
50.
exactly, bro. They want to see the Knicks in the play. The Knicks ain't been a playoff team. So what
And
they made it last
the
year. I
seed
think the year
is just
before
the
that.
seed that they in second place. They
Yeah,
going to the Eastern Conference Finals. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Exactly. So think about that, man. Start marketing correctly. Know your market. Know when you're gonna make your fight. Know your venue. You heard that first on Bourbon and Boxing. For everybody else out there trying to break it down, we just broke it down for you.
Broke
That's
it
why
down
you
for
tune
y'all.
in to your one-stop shop right here,
Yeah,
Bourbon and Boxing, baby. You
for
get it
sure.
all from the Chef Jeff and my guy.
Big Spade, and I ain't 6 feet.
That's right. But he big. He like this. He's swole to a motherfucker. Don't get it twisted. The motherfucker swole. You pull off that shirt, you're gonna be like, I don't want to fight this dude. Hell yeah. But hey, man, this is episode 58. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia. Time for the talking to stop and the walking begins tomorrow night, man. I don't know who's tuning in. I'm gonna tune in for sure. It's gonna be a hell of a fight, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. And I'm gonna let my guy Big Spade take us out.
Like, comment, subscribe, and ain't nothing but a click. Use them fingers, push them buttons on your phone, and come and join the team, man.
That's right. And share that shit, bro. Get that shit out there to
Oh
everybody,
yeah,
man.
share it like
That's
y'all
right.
regularly share these goddamn stories. Share, man, share. We
That's
love,
right, man. You get a little bit of everything here. We even broke down some WNBA shit. Like, look, if you're in
man.
the WNBA, watch our show right now. Whoever the marketing motherfucker
Then
is, guru for y'all, watch our show, dude. We just told you how to market your shit. Just watch it. And
yeah,
Ryan and Devin Haney.
all the other sports too, the XFL, all that shit.
Yeah, we told y'all the blueprint
I got
right here
bad
on Bourbon
time.
and Boxing. We told you why the Devin Haney Garcia fight ain't selling. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Why the WNBA ain't marketing correctly.
yeah,
You know what I'm
all
saying?
that shit.
Like shit, you get it all here. One stop shop, baby. Thank you all for joining us, man. And like my guy Big Spade said, do everything you need to do. Click like, share, everything, man. Thank you all so much.
Peace.